When the story of the Father was expanded upon in Doom Eternal, The Ancient Gods, Part 1, we got a deeper look into what came before the time of Urdak. The Father was the creator of all things. He yearned to create the perfect world, a paradise with the utmost upper echelon of creation. During his time in creating many worlds, the Father would assign one god to each realm, hoping that each one would prosper and flourish with what the Father bestowed upon them. One such realm that the Father had high hopes for was Jakad. The denizens here created a civilization that flourished for some time. Their god during this time was the being created by the Father. He was known back then as Davoth. This god would see one fault in the people of his realm, their mortality. Davoth would focus his resources to find the secrets of everlasting life. What once flourished as a promising realm of many gifts would turn into one of the Father's worst creations. Over time, Davoth would turn into a dark side of himself, turning his realm into a place of corruption, evil, and suffering, all at the cost of finding the gift of the immortals. Seeing how one of his creations had turned into such a disappointment, the Father sealed the realm of Jakad. Davoth was to remain within and never released to other realms. Meanwhile, the realm of Urdak was a peaceful, holy place. The Father would create a barrier from each realm. No being from one realm could enter another. Davoth became consumed with fury, locked away in his realm, abandoned by his creator, the Father, and left to rule his realm of evil. The promised realm of Jakad then became known as Hell, and its ruler, a god created by the Father, would then be known by many names over the ages, but we all saw him as the Dark Lord of Hell. The Codex Entries speaks of a time when the Father went to Jakad one final time. He wanted to rid the realm of Davoth's rule, and so he ripped the life sphere from his very chest, and Davoth's lifeless body fell down the pyramid of the lost. His soul sphere would then be placed within the tomb of souls at Ingmor's sanctum. This place was also within the realm of Jakad and locked away through the trial of Malagog. Over the ages, many warriors have tried and failed. Their spirits remain here, waiting for the one who will unlock the key and set foot on Ingmor's sanctum. Only a being of pure power, relentless fury, and determination would pass this trial and be given passage to Ingmor's sanctum up above. During one of the Codex entries, we see a picture of Davoth's body tumbling down the pyramid of the lost. I want to focus on something in this picture. The sword in this image seems to be a standard crucible. If this was Davoth's weapon, I was expecting to see the demonic crucible, considering he is the Dark Lord of Hell. If you look at the hilt, which is the handle, and also the top part of the blade, the design is identical to the crucible that even the Slayer used. Compared to the demonic crucible, you can see the visible differences. So the blade the Dark Lord was holding is not the demonic crucible. So that leaves us with a big question. Where is the demonic crucible? If Davoth was the Dark Lord of Hell, shouldn't he be wielding a weapon that suits his standing in hell? So what does this mean? Well, I can think of two possible answers. This design was intentional for the artwork, so it could mean the origins of the demonic crucible are still hidden within the lore. Perhaps the weapon Davoth had was its original form, but later became corrupted by his own evil. This could have taken a long time, and it eventually turned into a weapon of chaos and destruction. Another theory is that his crucible blade would later be transformed by his disciples of Hell, or someone looking to take over, and maybe this was the key. If we look back at Doom 2016, the Helix Stone that Olivia Pierce was obsessed about was the key to finding the demonic crucible. Its location was later revealed to be in the necropolis, protected by some powerful demons of hell. Only a true warrior would overcome their wrath and claim the mighty weapon of hell. So after Davoth's body was destroyed and his soul sphere placed in the Tomb of Souls, other demons could have tried to claim his position of the Dark Lord of Hell. The Slayer Testaments from Doom 2016 does mention a period in time like the First Age. If we look at the Codex entry on the Barons of Hell in Doom 2016, it says the Barons of Hell serve as the royal guard of an unknown Dark Lord of the Fourth Age. So this does confirm there were many ages over time, and there could have been different rulers of Hell over that time period. The crucible that Davoth had could have been corrupted by his evil or by someone else over time, and this could have been the best way to take control of Hell. This theory does sound like it could fit into the lore, but the other reason that Davoth's weapon in this image is not the demonic crucible could have just been from human error. Maybe it was drawn up and they forgot about the demonic crucible. Another topic I want to focus on is why did the Slayer destroy the Father's soul sphere to betray the Seraphim and the Father? Samur Maker, or the Seraphim, did say that the Father was the one person that could stop the demons of hell invading Urdak, and he could save Samur's life. If we look back at history, there was a time when the Father ripped the life sphere from Davoth's body. Samur begged the Father to destroy it, to rid the universe of Davoth completely, but the Father refused to do so, because he remembered in the beginning Davoth was not this evil tyrant. Even until now, the Father loved his creation, even if it was pure evil right now. During a time when Jakad prospered and flourished, the Father loved all of his creations. He could not bring himself to destroy one of his creations, and so Davoth's soul sphere was placed in the Tomb of Souls. So what does this mean for the Slayer? Samur Maker did say the Father was the key to stopping the invasion of hell on Urdak, and he would save Samur as well. But if you look at things in a different perspective, if the Father was unwilling to destroy Davoth's soul and all the demons in Jakad a long time ago, would he do it now if his physical form was resurrected? Maybe not. By destroying the soul sphere of the Father, that is one God that will no longer have control over humanity in any way. But why did the Slayer choose to resurrect the Dark Lord's physical form in the Luminarium? It is said that if his physical form is destroyed, all the demons of hell outside of their own realm would expire. This would end the war once and for all. It goes back to that saying, if you want something done right, do it yourself. So the Slayer wants to fight the final boss. If we look back when we saw Davoth's soul sphere, we do see other smaller souls nearby. These could belong to other evil beings from the past. Perhaps we will get more insight about their stories later on. So that covers a few things within the lore that some viewers kept asking about. While most of this is just speculation based on theories, I'm hoping that part 2 of the Ancient Gods DLC does give us the answers to some questions that remain. The lore around the demonic crucible is my favorite topic in this game, so I'm hoping we get more about that. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like on it. And if you like content around lore in Doom or any other franchise, just subscribe to my channel. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram, so follow me on those platforms. My name is Carlos, or Acid Glow, and I'll see you next time.